When a new year comes along, it feels so optimistic and exciting to reinvent ourselves, to envision what the best version of ourselves looks like and set goals that align with who that person is. It's almost impossible not to feel an urge to view yourself as a project, something to always be worked on, tweaked, fixed, improved. And while setting goals and working towards greatness is a noble task, a necessary one even, it can reach unhealthy extremes. It can fool you into thinking that everything is within your control, that if you just work hard enough at something, you will reach an inevitable result. But life can be tricky, with twists and turns and difficult seasons that you never saw coming, never planned for. While I felt somewhat tempted to create motivational New Year, New Me type content to ring in 2024, I had another message that I felt compelled to share first. A message of gratitude, of peace, and of savoring and enjoying the small things in our everyday lives. In the midst of a world that continues to become more fast-paced and demanding, I hope this message brings you contentment and a brief moment of stillness. In a culture accustomed to rushing everywhere, rushing to work, rushing home, rushing to the next season, the next trip, the next trend, slowing down and savoring even the most simple everyday moments feels like a lost art. The rustling of the leaves as the wind blows, the warmth and comfort of the inside of your car when it's cold outside, the sound of your favorite person's voice telling you about their day. Good, how are you?
Good.
Could I get a butter pecan latte,
Sure.
Half sweet, 16 ounce?
Regular milk okay for you?
Yes.
All right, we got 582.
And what about the feeling of happiness? Why is it often so fleeting? Why does it always seem like it can only be found in a different time and place, but not our own? We hope to find it by traveling somewhere we've never been, by reaching a new career milestone, by buying something new and exciting. But as soon as that new feeling wears off, we're back where we started, a mindset of dissatisfaction and discontentment. What does it take to go from that dissatisfied mindset to being genuinely excited about life, even when it's sort of boring and mundane? An even harder question is, how can you find peace in seasons of difficulty or even grief? When my thoughts get too loud and my fears grow too large, my tendency is to bury myself in distractions. I think if I keep my body moving and my brain occupied at all times, I will avoid falling into a bottomless pit of despair. But do I want to look back on a life filled with distractions or a life spent constantly wishing for better things or better circumstances? What if I can learn to face life head on? What if I can learn to intentionally practice gratitude for all the little joys in my life? To stop wishing I was someone else or somewhere else and be here, be fully present and alive in each moment I am gifted with. I recently saw a quote while scrolling through Instagram that impacted me tremendously. It reads, "I like to pretend I already died and asked God to send me back to Earth so I can swim in lakes again and see the mountains and get my heart broken and love my friends and cry so hard in the bathroom and go grocery shopping 1,000 more times. And I promised I would never forget the miracle of being here." The comments under this post were filled with people sharing similar perspectives. One person writes, "I think about being 80-something in a retirement home looking out a window and wishing for one more regular day with my kids, and then I'm back here with them, unbothered by the laundry and dishes and small stuff." Another person writes how lucky we are to experience this world, this life, these feelings, even if some of them don't feel good. So even in the plain and seemingly unexciting days, even in fear and through waves of sadness, I choose to notice all the little joys around me. I choose to be completely present and always grateful, and I hope you will too.